But that has to be to the right person, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you have to,
And
and it's the person who's paying the bill. Is that right?
typically,
So is you're vibing around the room, you go, okay, I'm pretty sure it's him. But if I make it him right away, then she's going to go, what do you think this is about, Missy, right?
so I would say that every table you encounter is definitely reading the room, right? You want to see um, what the tone is, how many people are at the table, is there conflict happening? Um, because who I am today may not be who I am tomorrow, right? That's just nature of the beast. But traditionally, if you ask whom is paying and you present that bill, if it's a gentleman, um, I would caution you to check to see if there's another alpha female at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and not that that's a negative thing. I would classify myself as an alpha female sometimes too.
Okay.
Um, but and I think maybe, well, I've had conversations with female diners, especially in generations that were a big part of women's rights movement, that they are capable of paying the bill too, and that can sometimes turn them off. Like, you don't ever say, hey, you guys, because that will turn off, depending on who it is. But I've been yelled at a fair amount of times of, nope, I am not a guy, and I fought to make sure that women were included. Um, so yeah, but
So
read the room.
no walking the fingers up. The check's for you. Boop, boop, boop. No, nothing
Uh,
like that.
I mean, maybe at certain restaurants, but not,
Maybe in
yeah,
Sturgis. Maybe, I don't know.
yeah. Well, I don't know about that either. Not at my table anyway.
No, no. I remember a person saying, and she introduced herself, and she said, "Okay, let's get down to the most important person in this room. Who is paying for this food?" And then she said,
Hmm.
"You will be my focus this evening," which I thought was both funny but also helpful because it honored the person paying.
Yep.
It helped them know that they were in charge, and then I think she got compensated well. She knew her job. She knew who she was. Yeah.
And I mean, there's lots of other things that are important, right? Like being able to upsell and make recommendations, food safety, right? We talked about that, but there is a lot of studies on the service industry as a whole, and I think
I
it's
have been to a
fascinating.
restaurant and I'm thinking, well, I want to order a lot of food. And I thought, you know what? How many times do you change your order based on who ordered in front of you? I said, all right. And I'm going to get something small, aren't I? And I thought, I bet there's a psychologist who's spending a lot of effort trying to figure out who I should ask to order first because they will boost the ticket price because he looks the hungriest or the most spendthriftian, right?
Sure, sure. Yes, that's the tone for the whole table.
Does that happen?
Some establishments have very strict rules of, they call it a pivot point, but this is where you're supposed to stand at every table, and then you order in order, right? One, two, three, four. So some restaurants are very rigid on that being, but I think if you're playing the game, right. I mean, who's
I
ordering
feel
what
I,
drinks?
I feel like you were good at it.
I liked it a lot. I get the itch all the time.
And when you are served poorly, do you go, oh, give her more of a tip because the kid must not be making it? And or do you say, oh no, baby, you're not getting anything because you're besmirching our craft.
I think it depends on the effort behind it, right? If it's a 17-year-old teenager who is doing their best, and the place is swamped, sure, absolutely, right? Because that gesture can go a long ways into making his or her day. But if it's
Mm-hmm.
a 27-year-old who's on their phone and you need a refill and they're chit chatting away, then that's, maybe this isn't the right profession for you.
Do you say that? I
Maybe.
feel, and maybe it's the part of the country we're in, but no matter what I'm eating, by the way, they have a habit of how's everything tasting? I don't care if it's cold on the inside. I don't care if it's not what I ordered. I say, it's fine. Thank you. And I give them a tip. Now, I may not go back to the restaurant, But I'm just, I'm not trying to make their life more difficult. I suppose that's a Midwestern thing. I don't know.
Sure, but can I challenge you now the next time you go out to eat and your food is wrong? As a former restaurant owner, I would rather know so that I have the opportunity to make it right.
Okay.
Step
Yeah.
outside of your comfort zone because you deserve your money is equally valued compared to anyone else. You deserve to have the food that you want. And
If I get the wrong food, am I going to get that for free? What's the standard? What's the etiquette on that?
oh, I think it depends on the restaurant. It depends on what it is. It depends on if you're being nice or not.